Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today I have a little bit of an interesting one. On stream the other day I looted all of the gold that we had made, basically connected to the reset. So as you can tell from the title of this video and the thumbnail of the video, I want to talk about using resets to your advantage. Now obviously this is going to be very dependent on what kind of a server you play on, and also how much time you actually have to invest, and also how much gold you have to invest. I just want to show what I am doing and the items that that I have been into. And on stream, most of what I did was actually just loot the items. So I want to go over a couple of the things that I did, and then you guys can see how much we actually got in the turnout as the secondary parts. Now, before we do get into it, make sure that you guys drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel with all the notifications on. And I do want to thank all of the patrons doing massive amounts of support every single month. I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys are interested in supporting me a little more and getting some benefits out of it, make sure that you check out tier 2 over on the Patreon. That is going to get you some TSM groups for Dragonflight, also some sniping lists for Auctionator. Point Blank Sniper is the additional add-on. That is also an availability for Dragonflight stuff. And then it's also going to be a very long document of daily gold making activities for an alt army. All these things are all getting updated all the time, so if you're a part of the Patreon, you have access to the links. So make sure you check it out if that sounds interesting. Now for reset, the things that we did was mostly commodities. Okay, I invested, the days that I invested was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and obviously me being on EU, Wednesday is the reset. And what I did was I invested into things that I could recover from using my profession. Okay, so the way that it works is I would invest into specific materials that I could use. So Watercloth bolts, spools of Wilderthread, Assureweave bolts, Chronocloth bolts. I would put gold into what else? I would put gold into gem dust, vibrant Wildercloth bolts, and obviously vibrant shards that was together to actually make, for example, these vibrant Wildercloth bolts. And then the other thing that I would do besides this is I had put money into a little bit of some enchanting, or a little bit I can't even speak, some enchanting stuff, and that was for Illusion's Primal Fire and Illusion's Primal Mastery, which is basically a lot of awakened materials. So that's the way that I start out, by figuring out what do I want to invest into, because if they don't work out the way that I hope they did, then I can recover probably more gold by crafting something in a profession than just straight up reselling the materials. And the other thing that I did was I also invested into a couple different material markets that I knew had actually been super good. And that was one, glowing Titan orbs, which you will see. Glowing Titan orbs was one of them. And the other thing was also some diamonds as well. But that was basically the gist of it. I don't really want to go much more into it than that, because this is more supposed to be like a mailbox video to show you guys the potentials of what you can actually do, with majority of what you're doing being one, maybe two professions, because you really don't need, obviously you need to go pretty far into a profession, but you don't need a lot of professions to make gold. So without further ado, I will clip right over to the point in the stream where we looted all of the gold, and you guys can see the extravagant happenings basically for a reset. And I also just wanted to make this video just to show you guys how much we actually made on a reset, so you can have an idea of what's going on in the game for me. But I appreciate you guys watching so far. Let's get straight into it. Listen. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the absolute extravaganza of looting my gold? I don't know if all 678 males are gold. I know that definitely a couple hundred are for sure. My best guess is there's probably 20 mil in here, maybe more, maybe less. But yeah, I don't know. We sold for a lot yesterday, and keep in mind that this is from investments that we made. A vast majority of these investments happened earlier in this week, Monday and Tuesday, and these are a lot of crafts as well that we were catching up on. So that's basically where it's at. How to make TSM show more than 100 on mails? You can't. 100 is max. It's max. It's not something that TSM controls. But let's get into it. 4.1 million in 416 million is how much we had in the first one. So we'll see. We'll see. And these and vast majority of this stuff is actually purely tailoring stuff, right? Things that we flipped or we crafted as impure materials, or specifically like there was certain other things. We also did buy some glowing titan orbs, but besides that, a vast majority of it is definitely just tailoring stuff. So is there a way to collect only one page? Yeah, you click open all mail, and then when it's gone for 100, you close it again. There's like a little window before it starts collecting the new stuff. So the next window is 2.5 million, 2,456,000. So we'll do this here, plus 2, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let's just loot this up. There are also some illusions in here, but that's really the only stuff from enchanting. It's kind of crazy. It's nuts how much gold you can make with just one profession in this expansion. It's actually pretty nuts. All right. I actually got to figure out which character are we sending to next. For right now, okay. All right. When we reach the gold cap, we'll send over. We'll send it over. Okay, let's get back in here. Get on back. Get up, get on back. We have another 2,738,000 in the mailbox. So we're closing in on a gold cap already. Hey, better get to it, Krilly. Better get to it. You want to farm Seraph Mortis greens? Why? There's so much gold and other stuff. It's not even fun to farm Seraph Mortis stuff. Okay, there we go. It was actually missing out on like that. There we go. Good stuff. All right, the next 100, which are gonna have to wait just a minute here. Freudna, and then we're gonna send over. That should suffice. And then just to make sure that we don't get some weird stuff, we'll log over and loot it. Is it just me or Wider Club bolts of all kinds cheaper NA than EU? A lot of material markets, just a lot of things are cheaper on NA than they are in EU because they're just completely different markets. Yeah, they're very, very different. Okay, so add-ons are going crazy on this one. We just need that. There we go. Take a trip to the store and buy some cakes? Of course. Why not? But welcome in, no Tato. But yeah, yes, there are big differences. So, game, are you gonna let me open the mailbox here, or no? Is it just gonna be a fat no? Oh, that's the wrong place. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Not allowed to open that one, but I can open the toy one. Great. All right, let's look back. Yeah, why not, Lidl? If it's fun, it's fun. All right, let's get back to it here. All right, so another 6.6 million. Let's load it up. Let's loot it up. Currently up to just about 16 million looted. So it's kind of nuts. Okay, we breached most. Yeah, we're definitely over 20 million in sales, without a doubt. We need to loot that. There you go. Okay. Yeah, 20 mil, yeah. Yep. So we can fit in another 3.1. So we're gonna add another 3.1 here. We're gonna add another 3.1, and then we need to see what character we're sending gold over to next. Alright. Alright, next character. Tarisha is gonna be the next one. Send it to Rhinestone on Terran Mill. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, that must be one of my alts' name, I think. Yeah. I think I named one of my alts that exactly. So surely that makes sense. Alright, Tarisha. Let's do it. Didn't actually see if it sent, but it sounded like it did, so we're just gonna log over here, assuming that it did. It did. Okay. Let's turn on TSM for this character. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. I think I might go for a walk and buy some real cinnamon buns without any frosting. Sure, why not? Okay. Good. Back to the main. Currently up to having looted 19 million. Just about now. So we're gonna come back here on the main, and then we're gonna see if there's enough for one full additional gold cap. We have another 4.8 million right here. So gonna add that. We're gonna add that to it. And again, I don't know if all of the rest of the mails are just pure gold, because I might have messed up not looting something. But yeah. Yeah, disenchanting shuffles are probably very, very good gold at the moment. Well, actually, I don't know how good it is, because a lot of clove has gone up in value. So unless you had some laying around, I don't know how good it is necessarily. Another 100 here, 1.25. So we'll loot that. For Wildercloth 4 spools. Yeah, but Wildercloth was up to around like 10 gold, and spools were like 4 or 5 or something. You know what I mean? It's pretty expensive. But then again, you have, you know, profession stats and whatnot. But yeah, it's probably pretty good. Still. Alright. Well, that seems to be about it right there. We have another 150k. So the total for what we looted today was 25,154,000. Okay. All right. 25.15. That's how much we sold for yesterday, guys. That is how much we sold for. We did arguably sell for a little more than that because we accidentally looted 400k, and yesterday I also looted a couple 100k. So it's probably 26, but for how much we actually looted and we looked at, and yeah. How much did you invest to get 20 million? Well, we still have a lot of leftover stock. Probably like 6 million, 7 million, maybe a little more actually. But we invested a lot. Oh yeah.